Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So, Caitlin Clark and Raven Johnson continue to be one of the biggest talking points heading into this preseason matchup. And I'm going to be real with you. There's a narrative floating around, especially from some South Carolina fans, that just doesn't make sense. The idea that Indiana would even consider benching Caitlin Clark for Raven Johnson? That's not just unlikely, it's unrealistic. Now look, I like what I'm seeing between them. They're building chemistry, connecting on social media, working out together, and honestly, they look great as teammates. That part is exciting, but we've got to separate good vibes from basketball reality. This is Caitlin Clark's team, period. She's the offensive engine, the playmaker, the one everything runs through. Raven Johnson brings value too, especially on the defensive end, but her role is completely different. And that's okay. Every team needs balance. There's no scenario where Raven suddenly becomes a 25, 30-point scorer overnight and pushes Caitlin to the bench. That's not how development works, and it's not how this roster is built. And let me be clear, I'm not disrespecting Raven Johnson at all. She's a talented player with a clear role, but we need to support her for what she actually brings, not force a comparison that doesn't exist. At the end of the day, this bench Caitlin talk is just noise. What is real, though, is their growing connection, and that's what makes this situation interesting. Now, this is great to see because, as you guys can see there, Sophie is right there. Now, for whatever reason, it's ideal for me that Raven surrounds herself with Sophie and Caitlin if she wants to build her brand. They are the two biggest stars on the team, yes. And in order to win their fan base, you've got to become cool with them. Now, I get the play move that Raven Johnson is making here. She's trying to possibly get their fans to like her. And just look at Kelsey smiling back there. Kelsey is happy, you know, because this is just a beautiful moment for the culture and for Raven Johnson with Caitlin Clark. Look, her and Sophie are laughing it up, cracking up. This is a beautiful thing. I can't even lie. Now, this is what Aaliyah Boston had to say about Raven Johnson and everything that has happened so far.
I think Raven shows up every single day and she's ready to work and she's ready to win, and so her being able to go out there and play free and do what she does, great to see. I think her ability, one, to defend on ball and to defend anyone on the floor, but also her ability to push the pace. I think we know that C loves to push the pace, and being able to have Raven in there pushing it the exact same way, I think is just going to be really great for our team.
So after having Sunday off, the Indiana Fever are right back at Gainbridge Fieldhouse getting work in, and this is already day 6 of training camp. Now, over the weekend, we saw them go to New York and put together a really solid performance in their first of 3 preseason games. They scored over 100, dropped 62 points off the bench, and honestly, the biggest takeaway is that everybody contributed. The rookies, they all showed flashes. You can already see how some of these newcomers are going to fit into this system. Kelsey Mitchell led the way in scoring like she usually does, just doing her thing. But what really stood out was Raven Johnson. 8 assists, controlling the pace, making the right reads. And then you look at Raven Johnson alongside Caitlin Clark at the point guard spot, 0 turnovers in about 35 combined minutes. That's huge. That tells you right away there's a level of composure and decision-making there that coaches love. Now, of course, it wasn't perfect. There are still things to clean up. Defensive communication, attention to detail, not letting players slip behind the defense. But when you only turn the ball over 12 times, force 24, and turn that into 29 points, you're doing a lot right. At the same time, you've got to keep perspective. The starters only played around 18 minutes and barely touched the floor in the second half. This was clearly about experimenting, different lineups, different combinations, just seeing what works. Now, one name we didn't see, Aaliyah Boston. She picked up an injury in Unrivaled. But from everything we're hearing, she's basically full go in camp. No real concern. The team knows exactly what she brings. So if they're just being cautious for opening night, that makes total sense. Same kind of situation with Lexi Hall. Minor hamstring tweak, but she's moving well, getting shots up, looking comfortable. So there's optimism there. Tyasha Harris, though, that's the one to watch. She says she's 100%, but she hasn't been available. And now there's talk about a return to play protocol. Considering she's about 11 months removed from knee surgery, the team is clearly being careful. The coaching staff does have an advantage here. They already know Tyasha Harris from their time in Connecticut. But still, chemistry isn't built on paper. You've got to see it on the court. Looking ahead, 2 more preseason games, Thursday against the Dallas Wings and then Saturday, both at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Another positive, Damiris Dantas is finally in. Work visa approved, ready to go. She's got some catching up to do, but she gives them a stretch 5 option, someone who can really space the floor. And speaking of shooting, this team hit around 44% from 3 for most of that game. That's with Caitlin Clark not even having a great shooting night, which tells you a lot about the system and the depth. You can clearly see the vision. Guard depth with Raven Johnson, added pace, and a strong front court rotation with Monique Billings and Maisha Hines-Allen. And shout out to Justine Fassat because her grind is real. She's at the facility all day, leaving around 7 p.m., balancing workouts, practice, and finishing her degree at Vanderbilt. Raven Johnson is dealing with that same kind of schedule too. That's not easy. NCAA tournament, draft process, training camp, preseason, it's all happening fast. But overall, this team looks like it's building something. Tell me what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Rocking from side to side. All right, what's the question? Any name? Stephanie White. Buy it. And buy one for every single son. Boys, run up her card. Let's go.
Michaela Blake's. Shout out a name. And they just have to buy my jersey. Ashley.
I'm gonna go Sarah. Love.
Shout out a name. Jayla.
Let's go Karen. Let's go Hillary. Let's go David. Let's go Kim. Let's go... Oh, it's just one name.